The judge that was arrested in Wisconsin for allegedly helping someone with a deportation warrant to evade ICE and an arrest, well, there are some challenges she's going to have to overcome in trying to prove her innocence. The number one thing the prosecutors are going to worry about, intent. Did this judge really intend to help this person get away, go through a back door of a courthouse? Or was the judge's intent to remove whatever chaos the scene may have created and instead have that person go to a non-public area? Well, if that's the case, perhaps you're thinking about the chilling effect of ICE agents at a courthouse. For witnesses to a crime, for victims of a crime who are in a similar undocumented position, perhaps they'd be less inclined to report crimes, let alone testify in open court, if they believe that their deportation might be looming. On the other hand, there is the ethical obligation of an officer of a court not to do anything to undermine the ability of law enforcement to bring into custody someone with an active warrant. Now, what type of warrant will be a part of the conversation and its validity, but it's a separate inquiry for this particular case that will be a part of a larger discussion. What is the role of a warrant in a courthouse? Is the fact that a defendant has an active warrant enough for a judge to allow that person to be taken into custody? Or should they turn a blind eye because of the chilling effect? That's the big question.
CNN just trying to figure out a way to spin it, and it's not going to go well for them. They need to do some real work into figuring out, okay, she did something wrong. Let's try to justify it. Did she do it because of this, this, and this? No, the point is she did it when she was not supposed to do that. Nobody does that. From what I've been hearing everybody say online, no judge ever lets just somebody that's supposed to be convicted or going to jail through the back door to escape and evade law enforcement. Doesn't happen like that.
Judicial pushback against President Trump's immigration crackdown. This comes after dozens were arrested in January during Border Patrol's Operation Return to Sender, where agents rounded up people determined to have entered who were determined to have entered the country illegally. Yesterday, California District Judge Jennifer Thurston demanded CBP agents cannot arrest suspected illegal migrants without a warrant or reason to believe the person is a flight risk before they can get one.
Also in the courtroom out of Wisconsin, the state Supreme Court temporarily suspending a judge charged with obstruction of justice. Hannah Dugan is the judge, arrested after allegedly helping an illegal immigrant evade arrest. Garrett Tenney is live with the latest on the developments today. Garrett, what you find out?
Yeah, well, Bill, the timing of this move to relieve Milwaukee County Circuit Judge Hannah Dugan of her duties is notable, given that it took the state Supreme Court more than 4 days to make this decision. Also, given that the judge is facing federal charges for obstruction, which is a felony. And while she is presumed innocent until proven guilty, under Wisconsin state law, you legally can't hold public office if you've been convicted of a felony. It is also notable that the High Court did not include in its order that Judge Dugan's salary be withheld while she is on administrative leave, meaning she will continue to receive her $174,000 salary while her own court case plays out. Despite that, her legal team released a statement saying, "We are disappointed that the court acted in unilateral fashion. We continue to assert Judge Dugan's innocence and look forward to her vindication in court." The chief judge of Milwaukee Circuit Court says other judges are shaken by the manner in which Dugan was arrested at the courthouse in her robes, and says he's working on a new policy laying out when and where federal agents can make arrests.
In a perfect world, we would have the opportunity to have a courthouse where people would never have to worry about coming there for their activities. But the reality is there are legal parameters which allow the government to effectuate warrants, and we're not going to interfere with that.
It also appears Judge Dugan is gearing up to vigorously fight the charges against her with an all-star legal team. Our Milwaukee Fox affiliate reports former U.S. Solicitor General Paul Clement has joined Dugan's defense team. Clement, who served under former President George W. Bush, was described as a LeBron James of lawyers by Bloomberg Law and has argued more than 100 cases before the U.S. Supreme Court. A grand jury will now hear Judge Dugan's case and decide if this is going to move on to trial. Her next court date is May 15th.
All right, that's not the...
May 15th. Okay. So we'll be awaiting her court date, May 15th. A lot of these judges, we got to start paying attention to the judges, making sure they're doing what they're supposed to. I really like that, I don't know if it came from the Trump administration or from some legal expert, but they said it's better to have people get arrested while they're at the courthouse and the judge lets these people know, hey, there's a warrant out for your arrest. You need to go to jail at this point. Something that the judge says, hey, you have to go to jail. In this particular case, it had to do with an illegal immigrant who was already deported before, snuck back into this country, committed more crimes. This judge wanted to help him evade police from getting arrested. She knew all the charges against him while there was victims in this courtroom, and still trying to hide them through the back door to get him out. To what? Get away from the police, thinking that he's going to get far? The police ended up getting him and now arrested the judge. This is going to be an interesting trial. I can't wait to hear what her justification is for allowing herself to basically help this criminal get away or try to get away. It's better to have these people that need to go to jail be arrested in the courtroom rather than releasing them to the American public, having them commit more crimes and trying to find them and arrest them. I think it was Harris on Fox News. She said it's better to have them be arrested in the courtroom. She could have released him, and the police are in pursuit of this man now because he got released by the judge. Who knows, during this pursuit that more people could die just trying to catch this guy that the judge released. If he would have killed somebody while he was trying to get arrested from police, the judge could be sued for releasing him from the court. I mean, there's so many things that have to do with, the legality of it. I'm not a legal expert at all, so I wouldn't know, but it sounds very, like common sense. You have him in the court. If he's deemed to be arrested or he's supposed to be in jail, okay, officers, go ahead and cuff him. Bam, judge, next case. Instead, you don't be a judge and say, oh, you're supposed to be arrested. Victims are crying over here because of what you did to them. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sneak you through this back door. No, that's not the way that this country is going to be. And I'm glad there's a crackdown on these judges. And, I encourage a lot of these judges to come out and start showing your faces. If you're doing some illegal activity, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Till next time. Peace out, everybody.